Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back. Brandon again. And before we get into today's video, I do want to make a quick announcement that I've already made on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. And that is we're doing another small limited edition release of the Campbell Fitness t-shirts that you see here. However, they're going to be all blacked out. So I call them the murdered out edition. So you can murder the weights, whatever you want to say, but they're black. It's actually very similar to the quality of the Dual Conquering Hammers black to forge iron t-shirt you see me wear all the time. It's probably one of my favorite shirts, so I wanted to go all black this time. Not that there's anything wrong with white, because I'm all about equality here on the channel. But I wanted to make this announcement because, just like last time, they're going to be pre-order only. We're only doing it for a week. So pre-orders will go from today until July 7th on the Forged Iron Training website. I'll be linking that in the description box below. If you want to get one, great. We will ship worldwide with pretty legit shipping costs. It might be a little bit more expensive to ship it overseas, but it won't be too bad. And what we'll do is, again, close that out on July 7th. Probably be printed in the next week or two after that, and they will be shipping out July 21st, so you'll definitely get them by the end of the month. And these are pretty high quality shirts. Again, they're all done by Forged Iron Training, wearing their hat. They do all my stuff, and I wear all their clothes in my workout videos anyways. So if you're interested, again, link in the description box, but enough of me blabbering on. Let's get to the actual video. Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back. It's Brandon again outside the gym. It is Tuesday, and got a heavy squat session coming up, yet I'm listening to some Hall & Oates. I am a very weird individual. In case you haven't been able to figure that out by all the collabs that we did past weekend, get to see a little bit different side of me, hopefully through other people's videos. Maybe you like me a little bit more, maybe you like me a little bit less, but hopefully you enjoyed it. And if you haven't already gone and checked out everybody who I link in the description box, both of my last video and this video, definitely go check them out, subscribe if you're interested. They're all great guys, and I'm not just saying that. Well, I kind of am just saying that, but they are great guys. But anyways, like I said, squat day today. Today, Tuesday, being squat day is new for me, only because I typically squat on Mondays, but given the fact that we train Saturday and Sunday, usually take Sundays off, and I usually dead on Friday, my whole schedule is kind of thrown off, and we were in the gym probably for at least 2 hours, both Saturday and Sunday. Those were a lot longer sessions than I'm used to, and we went pretty heavy both days, so I wanted to take a day off, and I did, but the problem is that my legs are fairly sore still today. I believe I have to do 530 for an AMRAP set, so AMRAP means as many reps as possible, and that's going to be very tough because, again, I'm feeling a bit sore. So we're going to see how it goes, and I might cut the volume short on assistance work, just because you got to really listen to your body. So let's go in and let's get to it, and the Hall & Oates song is over, unfortunately. Good timing on my part. Alright, so what you're seeing here is actually my last warm-up set, which is 495, and I really call this, or consider this, a judgment set. And what I mean by that is this weight lets me really get an idea for how the rest of my workout is going to go. And again, I had to do 530 for as many reps as possible, and the warm-up sets up to this point felt pretty good, but when I did this rep, it felt fairly heavy, so this kind of put a little bit of doubt in my mind. Initially, I would have loved to get 530 for 3 reps. That would have been a new PR for me. However, it just wasn't in the cards today, and I only got 1 rep. Now, I still got it. It's a little bit of a grinder. It wasn't necessarily ugly, because I still got it up, but it wasn't worth pushing any further. Considering I was working out by myself, didn't really want to risk it, and I think that's an important part of lifting and knowing when to say when. Now from there, I moved on to some paused squats. Now these are high bar. I also moved my stance in just a little bit, and you're seeing my first set here of 315. And today I only ended up doing 3 working sets of pause squats for 3 reps each, and these felt really good. You can see with high bar and also a little bit more narrow stance, my depth is a little bit better. So definitely you can tell I'm reaching past parallel in this point, but I don't feel as powerful as I do with low bar, and that's why I still prefer it as my predominant squat form. So that brings us to the next set of 335, and again, the weight was moving fairly well here, and I could have gone heavier, but I chose to go a little bit lighter only because I really wanted to work on sitting down and in the hole and exploding out of it, which is a little bit of a change of pace for me because, I mean, all this time growing up, I was really concerned with exploding in the hole, and these days it's all about getting out of it, if you know what I'm saying. Finally, last set, 355 here, a little bit of a different angle as well. The camera's actually on the ground pointed up, so for anyone who likes those weird glute spreads, this is the shot for you. Anyone who does not like these, just skip ahead like 3 seconds because we don't really spend too much time here. So that was most of my workout. You can always see the rest of it on Fitocracy, which you can find in the description box linked below. All right, so I'm in the kitchen here post-workout and I'm making some food, and I wanted to point out something that you guys might be running into issues with if you're trying to track your macros and aren't necessarily seeing the results you want to, even though you think you're tracking pretty well. So what I'm gonna point out is something like this with this instant rice. I'm a big fan of this. I know a lot of you guys use this too because it's really easy, let's face it. The problem is sometimes we just use the nutrition label on the back to really just go ahead and track our macros in MyFitnessPal or whatever you want to track. Now the problem is, and this might be a little bit hard to see, especially because I ripped this already. See if it focuses in there. See the top here? Maybe not. You're gonna have to take my word for it. What it says on the back right here is that the serving size is 1 cup or 143 grams, and there's about 2 servings per pouch. So in my instance, I eat the whole pouch. So I would think very close to 2 cups. So when I put this in MyFitnessPal, I'm probably gonna put in 2 servings because again, I ate the whole pouch. So I'd assume 2 cups. Now again, that's 143 grams. However, if I were to actually go and weigh it out, which I have done, you can see here, a full pouch is actually 231 grams, which, if I get my handy dandy calculator out, eventually, let's clear this out, we have 231, which you guys can't see right now, divided by 143, which is 1 serving, is actually 1.6 servings, so just over 1.5. Now, if we track this as 2 full cups, that would actually be a lot more calories. In fact, we would have overestimated that by roughly 125 calories. So these things can add up if you're not overly specific. Again, not saying you have to weigh everything out, but you can see where some of the discrepancies could really come into play. So just keep that in mind if you're trying to track and just solely going based off the nutrition label on the back and you're not necessarily seeing the results that you want. All right, so now that I gave you that little lesson, I'm just gonna go ahead and show you what I'm eating. So you guys saw the rice already. That was jasmine rice. And here I just have a big ass bowl of food. You're gonna see it's pretty full, it's a pretty big bowl, but I have a pound of ground turkey in here. I have 1.6 cups of that jasmine rice, and then I have some broccoli as well. And of course, I'll be putting some of that sweet baby Ray's on it. So I'm gonna go ahead and eat before I call it a video from there. So in the meantime, as always, thanks for watching and stay big. Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back. Brennan again. I'm outside on my deck getting some sun. And yes, I'm wearing a tank top right now, although when the camera's off, the tank comes off. So camera's off, tank's off, if you know what I'm saying. I got my man Howard right here. Look at him. Oh, he's an animal. Howard is very attention motivated and he likes guys a lot, probably more so than you should. You guys saw him every now and then on my videos, and with Nick and Max and them all being up here recently, even Matty Fusaro. Howard stole the show, as he always tends to do, because he is a attention whore. Howard, what's that? Yeah, give me, oh yeah. Oh, yep. So if my fiance is ever not playing the part so well, Howard will definitely take her spot because he likes to make out quite well. But you got to get off of me. Oh, get down. Oh. And now I'm covered in dog hair, but I'm sitting out here on my deck and I'm actually doing some work. So I have my laptop out here. I'm doing real work, not YouTube work. You know, I consider YouTube more of a fun thing for me to do. I'm sitting out here playing some music through my phone. I have some speakers hooked up outside. Let's see if you can see those little guys. There's one, and the other one is over there. You can see the pond and the beach behind it. So not really a bad spot to be in. I just had to turn the speakers off only because with YouTube and getting flagged for copyright infringement, I was playing some Metallica, and they're very well known for flagging the shit out of people. You know, you probably remember Napster back in the day, if you're old enough, which is actually quite a while ago these days. But I'm working on some presentations for my job. I got to go to Chicago in July. You guys know I travel quite a bit. July's going to be a pretty busy week for me. July is a month, not a week. It's going to be a pretty busy month for me. I have to go to Seattle from July 7th through 11th. I'm home for the weekend. I get back, I go to Chicago from the 14th to the 17th. I'm home for the weekend, and then I go back to Seattle for another week. So pretty much 3 weeks of travel. Again, home on the weekends, but I'll probably just be catching up on my sleep and whatnot, trying to adjust as I go from West Coast time to East Coast time and back and forth. Trying to get these presentations done only because I don't really have any content for these trainings just yet. I'm going to be talking about video surveillance, also talking about healthcare and PACS imaging, all of which I'm sure none of you guys are overly interested in, and that's one of the reasons I don't talk about my job too often. Now, what we do is pretty exciting, depending on how you look at it and depending on what companies I can use for reference. Unfortunately, there's a lot of companies out there that I can't actually say who use us only because they're so large and we're such a competitive advantage for them that we've signed non-disclosure agreements. But my job is very fun, exciting. I get to travel quite a bit, which I do like, so I can't really complain. Again, it's Friday afternoon here on a summer day and I get to work from home today, doing a lot of actual work, getting it done, and still enjoying the nice weather and not being cooped up in an office. And I think that's why a lot of people don't like actually having real jobs, and that's why they try to rely off YouTube, only because YouTube, you don't have to go into an office. You can work from home. You get to film yourself in the gym, and that is technically work. I mean, you can actually write off things like your grocery list, your gym membership fees, things like utilities at your house, because it's for your job, so to say. So I'm definitely jealous and envious of anyone who can do that. Even though I have quite a large subscription base, I'm not at that point where YouTube is anywhere close to my actual job. But if that all fails, maybe I can start a second channel about flexing and stuff like that. I just have to get a little bit more aesthetic first. But one of the things that I picked up the other day, if you guys can see this, try to get in focus. Don't focus so much on this region. You can do a little Degeneration X, let's get ready to suck it, but got some board shorts. So I'm halfway to where I need to be to compete in men's physique. And by halfway, I mean I have the board shorts. Now I just have to worry about getting the physique in order to do that. But yeah, that's where I am. Just figured I'd kind of check in with you guys. I don't get the opportunity to make a lot of videos during the day because in most cases I am at the office, surprisingly. So a lot of people ask, can you do full day of eating videos or a day in the life vlog? And to be honest, I could, but a big portion of that, like 9 hours out of the day, would be cut out because I'm sitting in an office doing work. Not to mention I drive an hour each way to work, so that's another 2 hours. So you guys technically see my life on film, which is I get off of work, I go to the gym, I make dinner, and then I go and see my fiance, which by the way is a terrible word, and I hate saying that because like you're rubbing it in that, hey, everyone look at me, I'm getting married. You know, girlfriend's really easy to say. I'm assuming wife will be easy to say, but fiance, a lot of you think I say Beyonce, but it's just kind of blah. I don't know. It's like, oh, I'm gonna go get some baguettes with my fiance or have a parfait. I just don't like it. And probably by the time I get used to saying it is right around the time we get married, so I'm gonna have to change and go to the wifey. So either way, that's where I stand today. Gonna get back to work and I'll check in with you guys soon. So I just left the gym, and of course, you know, I had to stop at Gansett Wraps, which is basically my version of Chipotle. So it's where I go all the time post-workout. Great sandwiches, plus my friend runs it, so I get a pretty good deal. So I have 3 big-ass sandwiches in here. Maybe I'll put a picture up on Instagram. I won't bore you with these right now, but I also lucked out and got a 4th extra sandwich. Now the person in front of me put in the wrong order, complained about it, and instead of let the food go to waste, my buddy hooked me up with an extra sandwich. So all kinds of sandwich gains. I'm pretty tired from the gym. It was a tough day today, even though we didn't do anything from the floor, but I still felt pretty good, hitting a new PR for deficits. So I'm gonna go ahead and eat my sandwiches, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. In the meantime, as always, thanks for watching and stay big. All right, so we're back in the car outside the gym. It is Saturday morning, and I do not have anything to eat. I took my Citadel Nutrition pre-workout, but no Pop-Tarts, no Quest bars, no cinnamon rolls like last week. Just outside the gym, gonna hit some chest. Should be interesting because we're going fairly heavy today. So we're doing competition bench, and I think it's just sets of 315 and some other things that I haven't done before. You probably can't see it right now also, but I'm rocking my Brute Belt shirt, which apologies to the owner of Brute Belt who sent me that a long time ago. In fact, he sent it to me so long ago, I made a video mentioning I got it. Christian Guzman saw that, so what's up CG Fitness fans? And he actually ended up getting one and did a review before I have even done anything on video, so I definitely will get to that, but props on the shirt. It's really nice. It's one of those Under Armour's performance ones, and you probably can't tell because of the light. And I also have a very special guest today.
Hello.
Mrs. Campbell Fitness. She usually doesn't perform that well on video, but
Hey.
we're trying to get some practice in. What do you got to say to everyone watching you?
Nothing.
She's not as comfortable on camera as me, but we're gonna go in, hit some chest, and then we'll talk to you guys soon. Alright, so today I just decided to film my main bench sets only because I didn't really want to show you anything else, so I wanted to keep this short and simple and to the point. So 315, and initially I was supposed to get 4 reps on these sets, but I was only able to manage 3 without a spotter. Again, Mrs. Campbell Fitness was there, but she didn't feel comfortable spotting me. Now, on this next set of 315, I actually have a nice gentleman who you'll see come into the screen shortly, who is going to have my back if need be, and I should have probably just asked him for a spot, but I felt comfortable just doing 3 reps here. Another thing I'd like to point out, which many of you have been so nice to point out, is what the fuck is going on with my elbow? Why is there a hole in it? Well, you guys probably remember from a little while back, I did a video about how I tripped and I fell on some ice back in the winter, and I basically chipped a bone, and now it looks like this monster from Star Wars. So, there you go.